Yo, 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 we are back. This is Stay to the Point Radio on WFBS 98.1. I hope everybody's good, man. We're blessed. We're going on with the second part. I just want to say this real quick. Please don't request me on Facebook and you're a dude with no shirt on your profile. Like, don't do that. Okay? I feel some type of way. I don't care if I know you, bro.
He said, I like light-skinned dudes with beards.
No.
What do you mean?
No,
He said,
I
you
just
be
don't.
dressing fly, you
No,
got the
don't.
matching shoes.
You got no
I like
shirt
that.
on, bro. You got no shirt on, showing your pecs and all that, bro. Don't do that, man. I'm not, because I feel like, because you know what it is, Sean. Like, no, let's be realistic. Like, then, because I don't recognize you off your profile, because the profile is just this small. So if I click on it and I gotta go into your pictures, it makes me feel some type of way now, because I'm already seeing your profile being with no shirt on, right? So I'm in an awkward situation here. Now I gotta try to like see your face to see who you really are. To go any further to confirm that, hey, oh yeah, I know you guys. So yes, I confirm. But now, with the fact that you have no shirt on your profile, I'm not gonna confirm. I'm just gonna delete you. It's just not gonna work. No, no, I'm not gonna go any further.
You can't tell by my nipples?
I'm not.
You
No.
know, we used to go to the teach every year. It was 2002. Remember when we graduated? That high school.
We had gym together.
At grad night. You don't remember that?
Oh my
So
God.
if you see their name, if it's a name you know, then you won't.
No.
That doesn't bother you.
Yeah. No, if it's a name I know, then I just accept it. I don't have to go any further. But if it's a name like Mike Slash or something like that, like, who is that?
He said Mike Slash.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you talking about. You talking about Mike, the MIC Splash?
Splash, yeah.
I don't know who that is either.
I don't know, but he got over 87 mutual friends. I'm like, bro,
That's what I'm saying.
That's someone that y'all went to school with or something, y'all. Come on.
Yeah, but I truly don't remember.
I don't know,
people,
bro.
like, he on my joint now. I ain't see no shirt.
Bro, he looked like
you
he.
accepted the friend request, didn't you?
No, this nigga looked like he just got out though.
You accepted the request.
No, I'm not. I didn't accept it.
He had no shirt on. I don't do that.
No, I don't. No, he looked like he just got out. No, he looked like he just got out. I'm good. Let me delete this. I'm deleting this.
No, that's not. What about that? Ain't Mike Hudson?
I don't know who it is. I don't care.
That ain't Mike. No.
I'm not. I don't care, bro.
Because I didn't even know him like that, so I don't think that's.
And it be tripping when people send me invites and they don't even support what we doing. Don't do that. I'm declining that too. Don't do that. Leave me alone.
But yo, you said you want to get in that subject that we've been.
Oh yeah. What is it?
Yeah, I mean?
WAP, right?
Wow.
Yeah, he requested me too. I was like,
okay,
but you can accept it. I'm just playing.
I get it, but I'm agreeing with Chandra that is somebody we went to school with. It has to be because all the mutual friends are people from college.
But the thing about it is though, Sherry, like at the end of the day, bro, it's been over 20 years. It's been close to 20 years. Like, no. Go away.
And he could accept it only because we have mutual friends and all that. Just try to see who you are.
Yeah, exactly. You just trying to keep up. No, you just trying to keep up.
He knows all of y'all get friend requests. He knows you guys.
I just don't.
He might be the homie from back in the day, and y'all are being haters.
I'm trying.
That's cool.
Really
You just trying to see where I'm at. You just trying to see where I'm at. I'm good.
No, I had people walk up on me over here and say, "Hey, yo, you used to go to school down there, and then you moved down here from New York, and you." Like, I'm like, how you know my life story? My wife
that's kind of scary, bro.
Y'all allowing a bare chest to stop y'all from connecting.
Oh, okay.
That's a fact.
I can't. I remember his face. Now I just look. Yeah, like his face is coming back to me. But I don't remember.
We about to get off the whole WAP thing and be on this.
No. I don't want to be on it. Let's get into WAP, bro. All right, Cardi B and Meg the Stallion.
Yo, that's Mike. His sister got killed.
Nigga.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you. No. Remember Michelle Wright?
Oh.
That's his brother. Okay, now I'm not mad.
Okay.
Oh well, too late. I deleted him. But let's move on.
Let me stop. I'm just joking.
You're so extra.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Yo, rest in peace to her too, man. Like, I remember that, yo, because it was Little Ronald. Little Ronald's ex.
Little Ronald's baby mom.
Yeah, baby moms. Yeah, rest in peace. I don't even want to talk about that. That was super sad.
I just remember now.
Yeah. Damn, that threw me off. Okay, WAP. All right. Meg the Stallion and Cardi B song. Is it too vulgar? Is it too vulgar?
Is it too vulgar?
No, we know how we feel about it. Okay. We could We could just
Let's
mute
put
it.
the song out there, and then we all can say what we feel about it, and have whatever that is.
You gonna play it?
No, I can't play it.
Put it like this: is the song too vulgar? No, like I mean, Two Live Crew. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's not anything more vulgar than anything else.
No, and that wasn't my. Okay, I'm not gonna get there.
Well, I mean, the Yin Yang Twins was just as worse. If you think about it.
All I gotta say is the '90s Luke. I'm talking about they smashing on the track. Matter of fact, Biggie.
Nelly. Nelly Tip Drill. Nelly Tip Drill was on top of the world, like at one point.
No, is it too vulgar for me to let my 12-year-old daughter or son? Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Right. Okay.
For sure.
No doubt.
For sure.
But for an adult?
No.
But that is some of the controversy with the song. I mean, people are clutching pearls and acting like this is the first time
they ain't never seen nothing like this
before. A song like this. Oh my gosh, blah blah blah. And I mean, of course, we all know, Sherry. We know that has to do with the sex of the person who's spitting the lyrics. I mean, there's sexism everywhere, and so that's what that boils down to. When a man does it, it's people shake their butts to it. No one will say a thing. I mean, that's been going on. I'm from Florida, so.
See,
yeah,
okay.
Most of the music I listened to when I was a kid.
Let me stop you there. Let me stop you there. It's not that men don't say, because they always, what do you mean? They rolled over CDs. They boycotted. They had cops at NWA stuff. They was the FBI was involved in trying to see what Luke and them was doing. So it's not that people don't say nothing.
It's been a long time. Like, it's been a lot of music made since that era.
But can I put something out there? It might be the shock maybe of the video slightly, but the song in itself, how are you talking about this? You didn't see the video?
No, I didn't see the video. Anyway, I don't like them. I think they both garbage. But I love.
How you haven't seen them? You can mute it. You can mute it and look at it. You good?
No. Go ahead.
Sorry.
I've seen worse videos, but yeah.
Right, exactly. So I've seen worse videos. I've heard worse songs. The song, honestly, I'm not a fan of the song or the video. Personally, I don't dislike Cardi B. I'm not a fan of Megan Thee Stallion at all. When I watched the video, I kind of felt like Megan Thee Stallion was a background singer.
She was.
She did this, almost like Cardi B had this bright light on her, and Megan Thee Stallion was just there. That's just what I got when I watched it.
That's a fact.
And then they had all of these name but no name people in it.
Oh, I know. Okay, that's that video.
And so
somebody broke that video down too, to say it was about captured women and then they're being freed or something like that.
I didn't get that.
I saw that.
Right. I didn't get that when I watched it. I mean, that's my opinion of it. I'm with Chandra. This is not new. This is not something unheard of. You can listen to any of Cardi's albums and get the same vibe from many of her songs. So that's just that. As all y'all know, when Cardi first came out, I was not a fan of her. She has grown on me for other reasons than music.
That's exactly.
And that's just me. Like I said, I'm far not a fan of Megan Thee Stallion at all. She's corny to me. But that's just how I felt about the whole thing. And I think that people are making too big of a deal about it.
Oh, so what I've been seeing now, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about, like even CeeLo said, so I'm not even talking about him. He said some bullshit. But when I'm in these different, I'm in these different forums, and all that. They're putting things up, defending the fact that, like, people are saying, if women want, or just in general, if you want respect, then you don't come out with stuff like that. I say that
let me address it only because I posted something as a joke on social media on Facebook this week about OnlyFans, right? I'm not really getting an OnlyFans page. It was just a joke. And some dude, I had to delete him because I don't like when these self-righteous dudes come up under my post. First of all, I don't even know you, which means you requested me as a friend because you thought I was cute, but yet I post something about OnlyFans and you trying to come at me with this, where does that get y'all women and all this self-righteous holy roller crap? Not with it. That's number one, because you're only friends with me because you probably thought I was cute. You up here liking. I probably, if you go to your search on your phone, I'm pretty sure all of your Instagram friends are Instagram females and all of that.
Yeah.
Why you sitting here? I felt some type of way. I had to delete him because that negative energy, you have to keep that over there. It was a joke. Take a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just really interesting to me. But I don't like that. if a woman feel like, because times are changing, let's be 100. Everybody can't go out there and get a job that's going to pay your bills. Bills are going up, rent is going up, mortgages are going up, houses are getting more expensive, yet paychecks ain't going up. So a lot of people are doing things that they may not have necessarily done before. So you judging people for because they succeeded at something you didn't necessarily agree, or maybe you yourself, not that you don't agree with it, you just don't have the nerve to do it yourself. And then you want to talk down on them and make them this and that, whatever. I respect everybody's hustle, no matter what it is. Just because I wouldn't do it doesn't mean that it's the worst thing in the world. The world is just, it's a different place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to say that because you have an OnlyFans page or because you used to be a stripper, because of this and that and whatever, that you're less a valid of a person. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is crazy to me that people have that mindset that somebody has to be stupid, because that's what he says. So if y'all can't be, what do you call it, internet prostitutes, what are you gonna do when they shut OnlyFans down? Most of these people have educations and stuff, right? Like, but it's just not paying. And so, hey, whatever. If I can show my butt, if it's an asset, then I'm gonna make something off of it. It is what it is. Like, again, I'm not gonna do it, but some people do, and that's on them. I'm not here to judge. That's all.
So I'm feeling everything you're saying. And that's why I try to tag y'all, but if y'all not in the particular groups, obviously you're not going to probably get the tag. But what I was talking about is people, because remember, I'm in this group. So I'm watching what they post all the time. And they're posting stuff like, like violence. Like, just imagine if I was all against violence and all like that, and you found out that I was the biggest killer out there. You would question me. You would be like, but how the hell you posting all this shit like we do with pastors? When they're supposed to be pastor, but they're sleeping with the first lady that's not their wife and going around doing whatever, we be like, damn, how can I listen to you preach every day about not doing this and you doing that? So that's where I was coming from. There was a lot of people saying that.
Are we in the not just so quick to judge people by occupation though? You know what I'm
saying? No. I'm not even saying that. But what I'm trying to say is that if you say one thing is one way, and you trying to gear me for that, it's all about showing me kind of like you're not a leader. How can I put this? I'm trying to think of how I want to put this. It's essentially I'm speaking out both sides of my mouth. That's what it is. On one side, I'm telling you this, right? I'm telling you don't do, and then I'm doing it. Or I'm justifying it just because it's a man. Like if I say, well, no, that's cool. The man slept whatever, but you a hoe. But the man not a hoe. I'm giving him props for that. But I'm giving the woman grief. How am I doing both? Like, because it's the same act. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on. I'm on like, why are we? Me, like I said, to me it was a song. To me it was just as vulgar as everything is. Okay, and it was about they're promoting what they do behind the closed doors. That's what they doing. The song is whack. I really don't like them as artists. I like Cardi B. She from the X. She cool. She reminds me of family. That's where it's at. That's the only reason. But it's more than just music. So I'm not defending and saying, oh, it's so vulgar. I'm just trying to think about how these people are speaking out both sides of their mouth. Like if they don't
like that's them, true.
Then so they don't like Cardi, but they like Nicki. So it's cool for Nicki to do it, right, but it ain't cool for Cardi to do it.
Right.
Why? That's what my arguments have been.
Right.
So I mean that's Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you, Sean.
No, I was just gonna say I think that's a silly argument. That's just it really is a dumb argument. Yeah,
but that's what they. Go ahead.
This stuff makes my head hurt only because it's just so social media is just a gift and a curse to me. Like because this is the thing. Like we are so layered as people. Okay. I grew up with Claire Huxtable. That is like in terms of the way I move. I'm a person who, is a lady in the streets, and behind closed doors I can be whatever I want. But I have a certain. It's a time and a place for me. I have had to learn because I understand where some people are coming from in terms of when they talk about the role models that are out now. I understand that. I've had a lot of friends that are from Florida, right with me, who have danced to all the Luke songs and popped their, even danced to Kaya, My Neck, My Back, and everything else.
Of course. And we love this man.
But we're very offended and appalled by WAP. And so I was trying to figure that out. And so I do think that it's a balance. It's hard. I think that I can understand in some ways how people are just seeing how unbalanced our culture is, our hip hop culture is, compared to when we grew up. When we grew up, you kind of had everything popping from every genre of hip hop. Like if you wanted something motivational, if you wanted something, that was crunk, if you wanted something over here, over there, it was balanced. Compared to now, I do think, honestly, like the radio makes me sad. I mean, it really does. I mean, and I am almost 42, so I know I think a little differently. I feel like my dad sometimes. But yes, when you look at it in that context of like all of our music seems, or a lot of it, a big majority seems to be the popping pills, partying, superficial, calling a girl out her name, women saying, getting having sex for money. Every woman has to be twerking all the time, and you're not seeing the Queen Latifahs and the MC Light and the Eves, and just you're not seeing the balance anymore. And so in that regard, I think WAP for some people is just kind of like that shock and awe, like, why do we have to be out here like this? I think people they're just seeing it's oversaturated. It's just so much of that.
So, go ahead.
But so I get them, and I feel that I feel that way, but I also take it back to that goes to me about that's more so speaking to the lack of parenting that has happened over from the 80s to now. When we had NWA, we had Luke, we had other people out there who may not be speaking a positive message in our mind, or maybe talking about things that we don't want our kids to do, or glamorizing drug dealing and things like that. You have parents at home, or you have a community around you that's showing you the right way. Compared to now, a lot of these youngsters are kind of like literally that is their role models. That is the people that they are the people that they're trying to be like. Let me go be a stripper. Let me shake my ass and get this money. You're seeing more of that. So that's that. I mean, that's just what it is. In terms of the song for me, it's just a song. I'm not a Cardi fan. I'm not a Megan fan. Do I want both of them to win as Black women? Absolutely. Do I always agree with the way they're promoting themselves, or feel they maybe have to stay in this box? I don't necessarily agree with it, but if that's what I think, in some ways for me, the sad in me is just like to each their own. Like I can't focus on all that. Would I let my son listen to it? No. And at the end of the day, like I feel like people need to be, like you said, take the judgment out. The way I move is like this. Like I don't like Megan. I don't like Cardi. Do I listen to 3-6 Mafia? Yep. Do I listen to some other people that probably talk about things that kind of could be the same thing that Cardi and them are talking about, but from a male perspective? Yep. Am I out here bashing these women? So therefore you could make me an example of how you're going to like this, but you like that. The bottom line is we're all layered. We all have yin and yangs about us. None of us are, and that's where people get in trouble when they try to act like they're squeaky clean or cookie cutter or holier than thou or whatever. That's why we got a lot of times people feel some type of way about Christians, because it's always that finger pointing or whatever the case may be. So I think the bottom line is people just need to be okay and accept who they are in their layers, what they like, what they don't like, and be good with that. But I think when you do start the whole, condemning or turning your nose up at what other people do, but then when you do this, then it's good, then yes, you're going to get into those conversations with people.
Now, what I feel about the song, I actually like the beat of the song. Like the beat is fire. I think the 808s to it is really, really dope. But it doesn't. Yeah, but it doesn't.
There's some holes in
Yeah, they don't have, but it's not replay value. Like it has no replay value. I probably played it like twice, but other than that, I'm done with it. And the first time I watched it, I had it on mute, so you already know. But the second time, I actually listened to the song. So and it was disappointing. I think Cardi should have came out a little bit harder. I expected more from. I didn't expect too much from Meg though. She's always been that type of rapidy rap. She tries to be anyways, but she tried to go real rapid, and it doesn't work for her. I don't. It doesn't work, and I never felt her like that. But I love her hustle though. I do love both of these women's hustles, and I think they both, who they represent on these videos is who they are. This is what they do. This is who they are. Cardi's always been out here like on Instagram showcasing and doing this because that's her personality. She loves to show her love for herself. And I can't knock that. And again, I love Cardi's personality. She's just out there. She speaks how she wants to speak, and she don't care. She could care less how anybody thinks about it. So I rock with that. When it comes down to vulgar, I don't think it's vulgar at all. I agree with all of y'all. I don't think it shows. I seen worse. You know, I seen tip drill. Tip drill was off the chain. Like that was it. And to me, that wasn't even that vulgar. And tip drill is way more vulgar than this particular song is. Um, I didn't rock with Jenner being on that video though. I think that should have never been there. I think she should have never been on that video. But because that's also promoting something different if she's on it. That's just my case. I think if it's black women, let it be black women. Let's not mismatch the way it is because it was more like a power record. Like they were showcasing themselves. Let them showcase. Don't bring something completely a culture vulture in the mix of that. Don't do that just because she has millions of dollars. And that's just my take. Other than that, I think it's a come and go type of situation. I think this is a cancel culture, and just because it's a social media and people just are bored and they quarantine, they just talk about whatever they feel like they want to talk about it. They bash it even if they like it. They just want to get more likes and clicks and comments underneath their comment box. They like the song Real Talk, but they faking the funk, making more than what it really is. I think that's all people are reaching. People are trying to get some type of one of these artists just to talk to them, talk back about them. You know, that's all it is. It's to reach out to an artist and make them mad as possible to the point that they have to respond specifically to that person or that group of people so they could get their little 5 seconds of fame. That's all it is to it. Social media is very, very on a curse. Like that's all it is. It's, right now at this time, people ain't got nothing else to do but to try to bash as many people as possible. They trying to attack as many people as possible, and that's what they're doing at this moment.
So my question, I have a few things. I know we gotta wrap up topic, but my one thing is that I can't give everybody that much credit because most people are not highly versed in what you're saying. Most people, I'm not talking about who originally posted. I'm speaking about the comments after, the Paxtons of the world. You know what I mean? Things like that. They're not actually strategically thinking that way. And I'm sorry, I'll call my man out, but that's what it is. They're not strategically brilliant. That they're like, I'm masterminding this. Yet the original posters, I can understand that. But just the comments after, they're not doing that. Most aren't doing that. I totally agree with you on that. Whoever posted that in the beginning, they strategically getting you to like it. That's why they put things like black teen kills white grandmother. Of course, that's a clickbait. They want you to do that.
That's it.
On the flip side, the reason why I was going back and forth a little bit is because I know, and y'all don't have to jump too much, but I look at it because I agree with everything y'all said. But I like to look at it different ways. I like to look at it this way. Of a person, we're talking, we want, I'm just for instance, Cardi and them want to be respected. They might want to be respected the same way you respect, and I'm going to put a name out there that I shouldn't even put in the same breath, but like Michelle Obama respect. We should respect them. But do we really think they're going to get the same level of respect as her, but then they want the same respect as her? Don't they have to kind of do certain things that she does to get that?
I don't know.
I'm society I'm talking about. I'm not talking about what we think, but the way the world is. Because we can try to change the world, but just the way we view people in the world.
No,
do you feel like... Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I think that's an assumption. Not to say per your assumption or anybody else. I don't know whose assumption is. It's an assumption, though, that Cardi B would even give a damn about being respected on the same level as Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. But my thing with her is that she's authentic and unapologetically herself.
Yes.
And because of that, that's why I don't have a problem with it, because it's not like she put something out with no thought behind it or whatever like that. If you don't like it, to each its own. Don't listen to it. I think people are making too big of a deal about it. Like, let it go. It's another video. There's hundreds of thousands of these things that go out all the time. When we was younger, what did we do? We used to sit in front of the TV and watch videos like all day.
Record it.
I was in the seventh grade, like sixth or seventh grade when Pony came out. I ain't had no business listening to Genuine Pony in nobody's sixth or seventh grade, but I was, and I was like obsessed with the video, right? So, like, my point is, it's like, it's not Cardi's responsibility to consider your children. And maybe that sounds like an asshole thing, but there's a lot of things out here that you have to protect your children from. And if you feel you need to protect your children from Cardi B, then you do that. Protect your children.
And I agree. So just to leave everybody that's listening out there, I'm leaving Megan. That was the subject, but we're not talking. I'm not specifically talking about Cardi B herself. I'm speaking about the girl that comes in like Cardi B to get a job with me. That ain't gonna work in this regular world. That's what I'm trying to say. That may not work. It may. I tell the kids the same thing. They get tattoos on their face and like Lil Wayne and coming in like them. It may. I've seen it not work.
But to be fair, I don't have no Cardi B stuff out there. I never was a stripper or nothing like that. But I block my Facebook or turn it off completely if I'm applying for a new job. Reason being is because I am politically headstrong. I do tend to put some things, but that doesn't, it's like, but a lot of people, if you don't agree with somebody's point of view, no matter what it is, whether it's sexual, political, whatever, when you are a controversial person, no matter in what way, you have to know that. But I just think that, you know, a woman I think it was Chandra that was talking about how a lot of women are out there now, you know, Cardi B is the example and stuff like that. I just think, me personally, I think the world is changing where your college degree doesn't matter that much anymore. And that's just, it's more of an entrepreneurial world. So if it's whether or not you're being a stripper so you can become a rapper or whatever your temporary hustle is so that you can get to the next step or whatever. I mean, everybody has a goal. I think the next generation is everybody's more so looking to be in business for themselves and not necessarily working their way up to major corporation. I kind of feel like a lot of those days are gone for the majority. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say. Like I said, I just don't feel that people should make all these people responsible. I mean, we say the same thing about NFL players and NBA players, like being responsible for the younger generation and what they say because of this and that and whatever. And I just like, let people be who they want to be. Like, to me, that's just how I feel. Like, I'm one of those people, when I get in a situation, I feel like somebody's trying to tell me what to do, how to do, why to do, and this and that, whatever. It makes me more rebellious, you know, and, you know, I'm just one of those people. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do. That's just me. Like, if I want to show up, I'll show up. If I don't, I don't. That's how I live my life.
And all I'm saying is, I'm good with all. I don't judge people. You know, I've hired a lot of people. You'd be like, damn, you hired that? Because I see deeper in that. I'm about your work. I'm not about how you look. I'm not about how, it depends on the setting. If it's my organization, dressing is not the biggest thing. If it's somebody else's, I got to respect whatever uniform that I am presenting. So if I work for the Chicago Bulls and you have to have black and red all the time when you come in green and white, I got to let you know, because it's not my team. If it's my team, I can do whatever I want, and I can have you come in and say, don't worry about it. But if I'm representing something else, I gotta do it because I work for them, not myself.
Truth is you have plenty of teachers and well-respected people that probably stripped their way through school.
Oh, shit! I know. So, I know ones that were doing it as they teach. They were nurses. I know plenty of them. I totally agree. I totally agree with it.
Quick question.
To wrap it up, my last thing I'm gonna say is, you know, you do like y'all was saying, you do what you do. You don't judge nobody. But understand that the world does judge you, so make a decision. I decided that nobody else around me got locks. Fuck that. I'm going to get locks. And I don't care what you think of me. Think of me as a thug. I'm going to show you I ain't no thug. I ain't out there banging. I'm just going to be me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care. But if you start caring what people think, then you got to ask yourself, is that really you? So Cardi B don't give a shit. Like
right.
you said.
But when you do that too, and this is my final thought, and we're gonna try to get into this.
Yeah, I'm done.
Get into just a quick on Biden's pick on Miss Harris, just real quick. But due to the fact that you are picking to wear locks, also you got to accept the course that's going to go behind that too for wearing locks. So you got to accept that part as well. You can't just say I'm wearing locks just because I want to wear locks. You got to understand that you're also picking a harder, possibly a harder course to make it a harder path because you're wearing locks. So people also got to take that to the initiative. Now, what's your thoughts on Biden accepting Miss Harris as the vice president?
I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all know about this a little more than me. I came at it late.
Quick.
I mean, I expected that to happen. I think that I think.
Is it because she's?
Because I mean, I just knew that that's who his pick was going to be. I wasn't surprised at all. I kind of hated that it took so long for him to announce because with everything happening in November. Here we are in the middle of August, and he's just now running with a complete party, a complete, team, and I kind of just was like, we all knew that that's what it was going to be. Kind of made me feel some type of way, like what did they need to get in order on her end before they announced that?
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel like he knew that this was going to be his pick for a really long time. No other pick made sense to me. All of the options that they were putting out there, no other pick really made sense to me. For what do you call it? For the campaign that he's, putting out there, she made the most sense. I don't know how much I like her or dislike her. There's great things about her, and then there's some things you hear about her that are just kind of like, damn, that's effed up. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what's the alternative? And I hate to say that. I hate that we are there again for a second election in a row. But what's the alternative? Like, really, what is it? Like, I'm at a point where it's almost tiring to talk about it because it's like, yeah, you may not like them and you may not like Trump, but it's like, what is the alternative to Trump right now? That's what we have.
Sean?
Yeah, it is what it is. I've been preserving my peace really for the last 3.5 years in terms of I didn't like Hillary, but I voted for her. We got Trump for the last almost 4 years. It is what it is. I'm gonna vote. I don't have anything else to say for me because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who I wanted, what I want. I just want 45 out. So I'm just trying to be responsible about my narrative and the way I speak about things in terms of who I like, who I don't, what I think. Because I don't want anyone to take in anything I say and them not vote or them be influenced in any type of way. I just really want to send a message that everyone needs to get out and vote, and prayerfully people are voting for change and voting for Biden and Harris, and that's really all I have to say about that.
I hated, though, I will say before you guys, I hated that she has so many, not to say that just because she's Black or a minority that we should just automatically give her our vote, because I believe in responsible voting. Know your candidate, you know what I'm saying? But I hated to see that a lot of the hate was coming from Black people. I don't know if it was filtered that way for us to see it that way, but that's what I was seeing. And it wasn't even a lot of Trump supporters. It was just people who don't want Trump in office, but they was like, well, I don't like her either, and this and this and that and whatever. And it bothers me. And these are the people who also are the ones that was like, my vote doesn't matter. I cannot hear that again. I can't. It's dumb to say that. Yeah. And I really hope that everybody gets out there and vote. People have died and cried and all kinds of stuff for that, to have the opportunity to do so. Get out there and vote. Your vote does matter. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like Chandra said, 45 ain't it. So he's got to go. So the only other option right now is Biden and Harris. You know what I'm saying? Also realizing that if Trump goes in office, he'll be almost 80 years old when he gets out of office. It's crazy.
Well,
yeah, he is, but
I think
that that's why having a younger VP was in his benefit. She's only, what, 55 or something like that?
I think she's 50.
You could go because this is my what the fuego.
So
this is my what the fuego. I'm because
start it. You can because I agree with all of them. I'm gonna vote. Obviously, I'm trying to get your man out of there. Because it's just not working. People say, "Oh, well, it's two evils. You either have this person or that person." Well, you know what? Do I want a killer that killed 45 people or somebody that accidentally killed somebody? I'd rather go with the person that got the less bodies under them. Like that's just the way I feel. I say I personally, because I think a non-vote for Biden is a vote for Trump, and I cannot have that for another four. I just can't. And it ain't even just him; it's just everything that's going on. It's crazy. Yeah. But that's just me. But yeah, you can go into what the place.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get into a commercial break. This is gonna be the last bit. We're not even gonna get to the Banks joint. Just go ahead and shoot to the what the fuego real quick. All right. We'll be right back.